This is starting.
Dude, I got like 27 minutes.
Do you want her to have
No,
your
I'm
phone
good.
while we're going?
No, I'm
or
good.
not?
No, I'm good.
You're nervous about the 27 minutes.
I'm a little nervous about the 27 minutes. I got a kid that needs to be picked up from karate. You ready? Hello. Episode 9.
This is Byron Lazine
009. Oh, that's 007.
and Nicole White, and this is You Are Tuned In
You're
to The
tuned-
Real Word. We've had a lot of issues today. The Real Word,
So many issues.
episode 9. We're going to jump right into it because Nicole,
It's 5. So we
you
got
got
here
to
at
go.
1.
You got to roll.
And it's now 5. 5 p.m.
We did not get here at 1. That's a lie.
2?
Yeah, something like
2.
that. We've also accomplished other stuff in the meantime. But
So many other things.
if you've been following the show, podcast or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you've been following it, you know we've had some technical difficulties with our mics in the past.
Mine's
Today
still
was just one of
standing.
those days. When we're set up in the new office, we're going to be good to go.
Hey, yeah, maybe we should ask the people, like, they can help us name it. We wanted to call it, like, the office.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're going to do that. So
We're good. We're in great shape.
we're jumping right in. We've got 2 topics today. One, the final word is about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Super interesting. And then the other one is from Inman. We've been jamming on the Inman articles.
Yeah, it's fun.
Missy Yost wrote an article, 7 requests buyers should never make. We're going to go down all 7 requests,
We will.
give our 2 cents.
So wait, you love buyers, by the way.
Love buyers.
So you have
Gotta
tons
have
of
'em.
experience with
Gotta have
buyers.
buyers.
Yes.
Gotta
all right.
have them. I do enjoy the list side a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Okay. But you're still having to deal with these because you're then having to respond.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like these are, whether you're on the listing side of the deal or the buy side, you know, the frustrating part, and Nicole oozes more empathy out of her body, I think, at times than I do, which helps
At
with
times?
all the times.
Just at times?
Which helps with the buy side. I mean, I have massive empathy. I just think I probably have less patience.
Yeah, well, it's business for you. Like
Right.
it's about maximizing your
Time.
profits and your time for your client.
So-
I like to hug and cuddle a
Yeah,
little
you're a
more.
hugger. So.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a hugger per se.
Let's hug it out.
I don't know if I've ever done that, but anyway. So you want to hop in?
Let's hop in. Number 1, these are 7 things buyers should
Repair.
never ask for, according to Missy
Repair
Yost.
requests that she believes buyers should never make.
You can find this article on Inman. We'll link it up, of course, like we always do. Maybe it'll be somewhere.
Wherever it is.
Easily repaired items under $10. Agree or disagree?
So in our contract that we use here on the shoreline
In
of
CT.
Connecticut, they actually write out that you cannot request any
it's under 100.
items that are under 100 or that I think total 500.
Yep.
Like if it's a bunch of electrical issues and they are more than 5, you can then, but yeah, so $10, I mean, for shizzle, like it cost me more than $10
Right.
to write that line in an inspection request.
Like, just buy me a cappuccino at Starbucks.
Yeah, or I'll buy
instead.
you one,
Right.
or maybe I'll buy
Exactly.
you a gift card to Home Depot at the end of the closing for you to do that, right?
So, number 2,
I agree.
I disagree with.
Well,
Number
so,
2 is replacement of smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. There's a reason I disagree with it, because I work in Connecticut.
Right. So in the state of Connecticut, if you do not have working carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, your seller has to give a $250 credit. So we are replacing the bashizzle out of those.
Well, unless, I mean, okay, so I'm always
some
advising my
attorneys,
seller.
some attorneys though have them give the $250
Yeah.
so that they release the
Certainly when that law came out, the attorneys, because they didn't understand it, were doing that. Now I don't find it as much, because I think if you have an attorney...
no one knew where the liability laid.
Yeah,
like it never
exactly.
lied.
Lied. Either
Whatever.
one. But maybe she's saying don't ask for it because you'll get the money back. And the $250 is greater than the $15 you would spend on one of these detectors.
Right.
So maybe that's where she's going with that.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, it's pretty obnoxious to always have that line. That line is, well, maybe I shouldn't say obnoxious, but home inspectors always.
So you know what? I'm going to take that back. I agree with her. If you're in Connecticut representing a buyer and it's missing, don't ask for it, because you're going to get the $250 and you're going to be able to put in the $15 item yourself. Because
Well,
you
actually,
get that,
carbon monoxide detectors, I think they're a little bit more than that. I think they're
they
like
could be like 40.
80.
No.
Yeah, maybe the
depends
combo.
if you get the wired or
Yeah.
the depends on
Okay.
which one you get.
Well, right. I mean, that's a whole new thing too. I mean, some of them are hardwired. Like to code, they have to be hardwired
Right.
if it's new construction. But anyway.
Cosmetic issues number 3. Cosmetic issues in a resale home. Cosmetic would be normal wear and tear.
Yeah.
So the carpet's worn out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you're not going to get that.
You
I
better,
agree.
when you walk around your showing before putting an offer, you better see all of that stuff and then like put in your offer accordingly.
Those are what I call cold feet buyers. Oh, now we want to ask for all the carpets to be repaired because they smell like dog. Did they didn't smell like dog on your 3 showings that you came through?
Right. But on your walkthrough, though, if there's like a hole in the wall and it wasn't there before, that's
that's super
appropriate.
legit, yeah.
Yeah, but not on a home inspection.
Repairs related to minor plumbing and electrical issues. Oh boy.
So this one's tough because, man, how many times have you been asked to, there's a double tap.
I just repaired a stupid electrical line on the sale of my personal home.
Well, that was a lot of money, though.
No, it cost me $275.
Yeah, but that was like the exterior line going into your home. You only paid that much.
A little woodpecker put a little pinhole in the coating of the line. The line was still working.
I hate people asking about double taps. Stop asking about double taps.
Should you ask for them? I would say, and here's what I typically do.
If there's a lot of electrical issues, I probably would include them.
I would ask for a credit or something. But
yeah,
but
or
here,
like if the electrician's coming, like have them all repaired.
As someone who's typically on the list side more often, our team does a ton of buyer deals, but I'm typically on the list side. I will, if a buyer's agent comes to me with 12 items because they're really focused on the 3 big ones and they have like 9 other like little nickel dimes, I always, hey, clean this up and then bring it back to me with the 3 most important out of these 12. Because we're certainly not doing 12 things for you, especially if it was a competitive situation on the offer. And that's usually the approach I take. What are the big ticket items? Double tap certainly is not a big ticket item.
No.
But inspectors always are going to write that
you could
up.
also sort of flip it around. Like, oh, you want the septic like repaired? Too bad. Like we're too busy like fixing double taps.
We'll do the double taps. You handle the septic.
You're on the septic.
Number 5, repair of hairline cracks in the basement or driveway. I tell you what, there are some buyers that get so freaked out when they see a crack in the foundation of the basement. And I wonder, I'm like, what kind of house did you grow up in? Like you grew up with a basement without any cracks?
Yeah,
all of a sudden you're buying a house and the house is falling apart.
Right.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, and again, especially with the driveway, like you drove on the driveway when you pulled into the home, like those, you should have visually, like a home inspection is really for issues that you can't see, right? That you were unaware of, or that like have like serious like structural or like health concern. Like this is not the time to be asked them to replace a driveway that you already have driven on like 2 or 3 times to get into the home.
And on the basement foundation, here in Connecticut Northeast, we have basements and we have foundations. Typically little cracks that are going, up and down are not, usually they're settling.
Right.
If they're,
your home is not going to be perfect.
If they're horizontal, then that's a different story.
So I agree.
If they're big.
We agree with her. We agree.
I agree with her there.
Do not ask.
Number 6, outdoor landscaping, porch and fence repairs. 100% agree. You can't ask for landscaping.
No, but I mean, if like there's something wrong with the porch.
Structurally, I would say yes.
Right. Well, I guess she's talking about FHA. She does mention FHA because if like the spindles are too far apart or
Certainly
there's chipping
VA,
paint.
We get a lot of VA loans. To your point, chipping paint and handrails need to be.
So there are going to be a few exceptions there, but in all honesty, that's not even going to be an inspection, and that's going to be a mortgage like issue.
Yeah.
You're
either gonna
the appraiser's
do it or
gonna
you're
catch
not,
that.
or you're not going to do the deal because the bank's going to shut it down. Number 7. Replacement of failed seals in windows. I would say I agree with her.
Really?
Yeah.
If there is a window seal that is broken, I 9 times out of 10 will request the repair of the window seal.
But that to me is, how much is that? That's under $100.
Potentially, maybe. I've never repaired one before.
But you asked for them.
I asked for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think it depends on the size. Like if you're talking about a big picture window where it's.
I really have a tough time with a lot of inspection requests.
Yeah.
Outside of the roof is caving in. How you doing? I don't know if you guys heard that beep. Outside of the roof is caving in. Outside of the septic has failed,
Furnace.
furnace is like
water
outside of
heater.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I have a big issue.
Yeah, you just say go
because
away.
if you're not buying a new construction house, you as the buyers really need to understand you're taking on 30 years of maintenance. Every single month when you send that check into the mortgage company, you need to be thinking, how much am I putting away this month for when shit goes bad? Because things are going to go bad. I always go back to this. I know you want this to be an investment.
Dropping the bomb.
I know you think it's going to be an investment. And if you're there 30 years like Warren Buffett or 50, it'll be an investment for you because you'll have a bunch of forced savings. This is shelter. And if you want to hold your equity, you better make sure that that shelter that you just bought is tight. It's maintained. It has pride of ownership. You've done all the little things you're supposed to do to keep it really, really nice. And if you're not ready to do that, keep renting.
Right. So I guess in response to that, as a listing agent, if there was a window that had a broken seal, I would probably have my seller get that fixed before listing. Wouldn't that be on like your list of
Absolutely.
something? Hey, dude, it's super evident that window seal needs like
Because I don't want to go through that conversation.
No.
When we're negotiating $300,000, $500,000, $700,000, I never want to be talking about $50 items. And to that point, I don't want to be talking about furniture either. If I wanted to talk about furniture.
Oh, no, you're not in the furniture
Up here in the
sales?
Northeast, we've got Bob's, and I would go work for Bob's.
Oh, you're not? You don't sell furniture?
If I wanted to talk about furniture. Final word, we're talking Bitcoin. The final word came from our own.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Briana.
You got that? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, we're going to watch it right now.
Okay.
Everybody's going to get a chance to watch it. And we're going to respond to Briana's question on Bitcoin.
Hey, Byron and Nicole. I actually have a final word. I'm wondering, what do you guys think about Bitcoin? Like, well, is there going to be one day where I can just buy a house with all my Bitcoins? Am I going to have any Bitcoins? Are Bitcoins going to disappear? What do you guys think about Bitcoins? Should I invest in Bitcoins? Let me know.
Should you invest?
All right, so this is.
I am not a financial planner, first of all, Briana.
Oh, nice disclosure there. This is super speculative, right? There's a million things. Bitcoin's obviously the big one that you're going to hear about.
For right now. Until it crashes
right?
in like 30 days.
Oh, there's no doubt that Bitcoin is going to pull back. It's not going to continue to just accelerate in its value.
Yeah.
I think the people that got in 2-3 years ago, they're laughing, right? Especially with, I don't know how much money you can pull out and turn it back into cash.
Yeah, I don't know how that all works.
Here's the thing. Here's what I do believe. And this is all speculative. This is just my opinion.
Hence the real word.
I believe that there will be a currency, 2 or 3. There's not going to be, right now there's like hundreds of these out here. So a lot of them are going to fail, in my opinion.
Okay.
Now, I do believe 2 or 3 are going to be major players in the global currency, whether that's in 10 years, 5 years, 50, whatever it takes. I don't know how long. So if that's Bitcoin and then, 2 other I think there is going to be a major currency like Bitcoin that you can buy everything with. Houses. You pulled up an article on
Realtor Magazine, actually, just today, which is December 4th, and it says a company lets tenants pay rent in Bitcoin.
So there you go.
A New York-based rental platform for landlords and tenants has announced that it will start accepting Bitcoin for monthly payments.
So it's, to some, on a very micro level, already happening, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that this is where we're trending as a global community in terms of community, in terms of currency. Now, Briana asked, should she invest in Bitcoin? Briana, just for a little context for everybody, Briana is, how old are you, Briana? 23. Briana, do you have tons of money in the bank?
No, not
Briana does. Okay, so Briana does not have tons and tons of money in the bank.
Super
Briana,
risky.
do you have college debt? No. All right, you don't have college debt, thank God. But Briana is young, not a ton of money. I would say to Briana, well, actually, maybe fuck it, right? Like, you've got nothing to lose.
She lives at home.
Like, you live at home, you got nothing to lose. Like,
lose
I would
it.
say for me,
Right?
I don't have
100 on black.
I also don't have tons of money. I'm certainly not putting any of my money on Bitcoin right now because I think it's just way too risky. My buddy, like I have a friend who's killing it in New York. He put a very small amount on Bitcoin because it's
How
like
long ago?
it's like going to Vegas. Like screw it.
How long ago,
I think he did it this year,
Okay.
so he didn't get like the benefit of like a year and a half ago.
Wait, but even just the last 30 days, there's been an upside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
exactly. Now I'm putting my money in things that I know, right? I know real estate. I know our businesses. I'm investing money into the business. I'm super comfortable doing that. I'm not comfortable going into Bitcoin.
No, I
Personally.
feel like I just don't even know enough about it. It sounds super hokey. Like I feel like I'm like trading like baseball cards, but I'm not making fun of it because like there's lots.
People are crushing it.
People are yes. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm kind of just a little like.
I just don't know it. I want to put
don't either.
like, which is
But
why.
people are using it. So I think, so she was talking about a house though too, because even in this article, it was talking about the fact that obviously the currency of Bitcoin is super volatile.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to be able to buy a house with it, maybe a little interesting, because if you are under contract in say January, but not closing until March, it's going to, like what if it does, like that's, I don't know if someone gives me a pre-approval with Bitcoin. I mean, trying to sell like a seller on accepting something like that. I mean, woo.
Yeah. So that's interesting for the landlord there.
Yeah.
It's like, you're right. It's going to fluctuate month to month.
They did say that, but they take the yes.
At the end of the day, and again, we're not financial advisors. I would
Definitely
only
not.
invest in things that unless you have tons and tons of money and you just want to spread it out. Even when I invest into the stock market, very little bit of money, because again, I don't have a lot. I invest in the stocks that I know, right? Like I feel like, and you never know for sure because you're not in there. I'm not the CEO of Facebook, but I feel like I know Facebook a little bit and I know the value of it enough to put my money into something like that.
Well, and you're using Facebook.
Yeah.
So like to invest in Bitcoin, and then where are people using it? Are you not, like what will be the, like what can I then use? Can I use it to buy a house? And we don't even know the definitive answer to that.
Well, Facebook, you're going to put your money into cash if you're...
Well, but my point is that you're using the Facebook platform.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And so again, I'm only putting my money, things that I, almost can, I'm very simple in terms of my investing. Like I feel like I can touch our business. Like I know it enough to put my money in there. And like I would invest in multifamily housing because I know for a fact that people are always going to need a place to live no matter where technology takes us. We're always going to need a home, a place to live. Multifamily housing. People, I saw a stat over the last 12 months, multifamily housing has gone up well over 15% in this country. We're at a time in the end of 2017 where home ownership is at one of its all-time lows and interest rates are at its all-time low. People are going to continue to rent. Multifamily housing is a great investment, which is why it continues to accelerate in value.
Yeah, and then again, maybe the landlord will take Bitcoin. I mean, I'd love to hear people that have actually invested in Bitcoin. Maybe they're using Bitcoin. Maybe you're accepting Bitcoin. Like, tell us about it. Like, I would love to have like a follow up to this.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can have someone sit here with us to like maybe educate us on maybe we'll be investing in Bitcoin.
They can be like virtually imposed.
We can do that
with their virtual money.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
I
like it.
Definitely drop us a comment
Yeah,
if
I'd love to
you
know.
have invested in Bitcoin, and
even this landlord, like maybe we can get this landlord like on the phone.
Absolutely.
Like,
what have
dude,
you
how's it
used your
working?
Bitcoin for, or are you just investing in
Yeah,
it?
because Bitcoin was originally, from what I understand, used for like illegal activity. So it's really super interesting that it's now turning into something like.
Even if you used it for
For
illegal activity,
reals.
drop us that comment.
Yes.
Throw us
Tell us how well that went.
Throw us a thumbs up, a share, and if you have a final word to be on the Real Word, definitely send us an email, a comment, a DM, and we'll get you on the show. Briana, thank you for the final word. That was the Real Word, episode 9. It was a struggle getting this one out.
We did it.
See ya.
See ya.